Hey groupies, welcome back to Form of Therapy. This is the Culture Study. I'm the channel's video producer. You can call me PD. And today we are checking out 50 Proof by J or eaJ? eaJ? Listen, why you gotta make this confusing? All right, we're checking out 50 Proof from the homie Jay from jaesix. He asked me to check this out, and I want to promote his shit as much as possible. We actually helped cut like a behind the scenes video for Pinocchio on his jaesix channel, so you should go check that out. But yeah, 50 Proof, he says it's his favorite release so far, so very curious as to what that's going to sound like. Now, before we actually get into this video is brought to you by our Patreon. If you guys would like to support us, patreon.com/formatherapy is the best way to do so. But if you don't want to support us monetarily, or you can't, we understand. Let's get into this video. This is Form of Therapy. No, this is 50 Proof by eaJ or eaJ. Listen, you got to tell me how to pronounce this, man. All right, and this is your Form of Therapy.
Do you still wake to sunsets, eat home alone, watching the moon rise, asking on and on? What come home? How you've been doing? You sleeping alright? Worried it is to wake you up at night. You know why, but you don't know why at the same time. Hold you on, you're 50 proof high. Been worried all night, wondering all night, who loves you now?
Wow.
Wipes the problems, at least turn to autumn, when they won't stop falling from your eyes, from your sides. Who loves you?
All right. So I've been checking out every release that has been coming out from him since he's been doing these solo jaesix releases. LA Trains, Rose, Pinocchio, they were all great, but yeah, I agree. This is my favorite release so far. I find it a lot more emotional than some of the others, and I love the pacing of it. It's very controlled, it's very slow, and it's very deep. And it has that kind of like deep into the night type of feeling. And particularly, I actually like this video a lot. I feel like this video and this sound just hits a little bit differently, you know? Even though that some of the other videos have like really beautiful artwork, I feel like this one, there is something about, and I'm very curious as to who produced this or who shot this. Actually, it's probably in the description. I wonder if it's Diane. Hold on. Let's see. Video Stephanie Michova's film. So I'm actually very, very impressed by this, because what I really like about this is that it's not like obviously a high budget mainstream K-pop music video, but it's done in a way where the video feels small, but it's meant to be small. You know, it has that sort of small, delicate little moments that make it kind of feel very personal and intimate, especially starting off with the opening video where everything is actually out of focus. That's a great way to actually kind of already like make everything just a little bit prettier, just a little bit more scenic. And just this shot right here alone got me. This shot moving in on him with those vocals, those gospel-like vocals. Hits very differently. And then it keeps, and there's no cut. It keeps moving. It keeps following with him. That steady zoom on him was the perfect, nice touch. It was the perfect touch to not only transition away from the out of focus look and to actually go into a focus look, but to also reveal him. And even revealing him, you're not really revealing him, you know, very dark lighting, and purposely dark lighting. You've really only got the hair light. He's dressed in all black except for the hood. This is very well done. And even though the video, you know, this is not like a 4K quality cinema camera, sort of like but it's not amateur either. I want to point that out. Like, you can see the grain on the video, obviously because it's shot at night and like it doesn't have like really bright lighting. Even though you can see the grain, it's almost like a part of it. It makes it feel, again, a lot more personal, a lot more intimate because the video is grainy. It feels more like home video. Like, here's the thing about that home video look, that intimate, looking back on videos and it's all grainy type of look. You can't just shoot that in a shitty way. You have to, first of all, shoot it well, and then you have to add the pass over it that makes it look vintage, because your perception of vintage is dictated by movies and cinema, and those are shot really well and passed through to make it look like it's vintage. Actual vintage and actually shooting on like a shitty low rent camera looks way different, and it's way shittier, and you cannot handle it. This was shot, like I said, better, and then they made it darker, and then they purposely make it dark, and they purposely have this grain. Like, they don't make it like this because it doesn't feel like they were constrained by a specific budget or anything. It's like, well, I'm sure, like, you know, he couldn't pour like a ton of money into this because he's releasing these on his own, but within the realm of like just releasing it on his own, this was well done. Small little side note as well, I actually really like the font gives it like a sort of like a kind of like a vintage 50s or 60s movie kind of vibe. Kind of reminds me of like the font from Knives Out. It's interesting. But yeah, song was really good. My favorite one so far. I'm not just saying that. Listen, when it comes to my friends, I don't hold back. I don't hold back punches. And I believe that you need to be even more critical of your friends than you are with anyone else. You got to hold them to a higher standard because you want them to succeed. And really, I genuinely, this is my favorite, you know. Obviously, my one thing is I wish the song was longer, but that was my case with all the other ones. This one, even though it's short, I'm okay with that because this feels a lot more cinematic, and this doesn't feel like just a song, but this feels like something that's more atmospheric and more of a soundtrack. So for me, the length of it works because the video allows it to be that way. So that's when video and music work hand in hand to kind of put this together. But guys, thank you for watching this. Please show my man some love. Go over to the jaesix channel. I'm going to leave like a subscribe button right here for the jaesix channel. Go subscribe to the jaesix channel. Please go check out his videos, stream his music, check his stuff out. I'm not just doing this because, you know, I want you guys to, you know, go support him. I personally am really a fan of both jaesix and his style and his music, and I want him to see him succeed. So please go ahead and check it out. If you want to support us patreon.com/formatherapy. You get early access to reactions, you get live stage reactions, variety show reactions, etc. And we're going to have a playlist of other videos over here. You know, we're going to make it special. It's not going to be a playlist of our videos. It's going to be a playlist of his other songs. So if you haven't checked it out, go ahead and check it out. See you guys later. Bye.